BrainBobble presents 7 unique traits that determine if you'll be left or right-handed. Do you know which hand you'll use to write with? For many of us, the answer is simple: whichever hand we naturally favor. But what determines if a person will be left or right-handed? It's not always a clear-cut answer, as there are a variety of potential factors at play. In this video, we're taking a look at 7 unique traits that could determine whether you're left or right-handed. 1. Hemispheric differences in the brain. The differences in our brain between the left and right hemispheres play an important role when it comes to handedness. The left side of the brain is responsible for controlling the right side of our body, while the right side controls the left side. This means that if one hemisphere of your brain is more dominant than the other, you may be naturally more comfortable using one hand over the other. 2. Genetics and heredity. It has long been known that heredity and genetics can play a role in determining your preferred hand. Your preferences may be influenced by both inherited traits from past generations and certain gene variants related to language and cognition. It also appears that firstborn children in families tend to inherit their parents' preferred hand more regularly as well. Further research into the effects of heredity and genetics on handedness could help to better understand how handedness develops. 3. In-Utero development, fetal positioning. Researchers have looked into how the way you are positioned in the womb could impact your hand preference. Studies have suggested that if you are curled up with your arms crossed over your chest, then there is an increased chance of becoming left-handed. But if you stretch out with your arms and legs spread apart, then right-handedness may be more likely for you as an adult. This suggests that fetal positioning during pregnancy can be a factor in determining the direction in which you will favor using your hands when you are born. 4. Examining handedness in various populations. Studies have suggested that hand preference varies from one individual to the next. For example, some populations may have a higher rate of right-handedness compared to others. There are also differences in left-handedness amongst various cultures and countries. Therefore, an individual's handedness is often determined by multiple factors such as the environment they live in, the culture, gender, and age. This type of information can offer insight into why you may favor one hand over the other and can help you gain a better understanding of how different populations use their hands differently than yours. 5. Brain lateralization. Brain lateralization is the idea that different functions of the brain are located in different areas. When it comes to being left or right-handed, this has to do with which side of your brain is dominant. The left side of your brain controls things like language, logic, and reasoning, while the right side handles tasks like creativity and imagination. If you're right-handed, then it's likely that the left side of your brain is more dominant than the right side. This means that you may be better at language and logic than creativity and imagination. On the other hand, if you're left-handed, then it's likely that the right side of your brain is more dominant, making you better at creativity and imagination than language and logic. 6. Spatial abilities. If you find that you have a dominant hand when it comes to tasks such as writing or drawing, it is likely because one hemisphere of your brain is more adept at controlling that particular side of your body. This difference can also extend to other spatial abilities like map reading, orienteering, and pattern recognition. These skills are useful for tasks such as assembling furniture, navigating walking paths, and problem-solving. It's important to remember that having a dominant hand does not necessarily mean that the other hand is completely useless. With enough practice, you can become just as proficient in tasks with both hands. 7. Anxiety levels. Recent research suggests that, among children aged 5 and under, those who are more anxious are more likely to either be left-handed or ambidextrous. This could be related to the development stage of a child, as anxiety during this time can influence the neural pathways that control motor coordination. This means that if you were feeling anxious as a child, there's a higher chance that your dominant hand is different from what is usually expected. While it's important to understand the potential connection between anxiety and handedness, it is also essential to remember that anyone can learn how to become more adept with their non-dominant hand. Learning about the unique traits and differences that determine handedness is an enlightening experience. It also serves as a reminder that although some of us may be left-handed or right-handed, we all have our own abilities, talents, and strengths. You can achieve your goals if you work hard and utilize your skills, no matter what hand you naturally use. Embracing these differences can help you and those around you lead more successful lives. And for more insightful tips and mind-bending food for thought, subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Thanks for watching.